Can you actually lose body fat while still gaining some muscle? And the answer is kind of yes, but also kind of no. It's very much down to the context. Now, if you're watching this and you're in that position where you think to yourself, well, you still have some body fat you'd like to lose. Maybe it's around your belly, chest, lower back, whatever. But you also still lack muscle. You'd like bigger shoulders, bigger chest, muscular arms, whatever it may be. You still have fat to lose and you still have muscle to gain. This kind of puts you in that skinny fat category, which can make things a little bit more complicated. You can't really just go straight onto a bulk and aim to gain a bunch of size, because any area that you dislike now because of the amount of body fat you have, if you go on a bulk, those areas are going to grow with you, which means you're going to have to look worse for a longer period of time. And then by the end of that bulk, you then have an even bigger cut that you need to get through. And of course, if you're naturally skinny fat or lack muscle, it's very easy to lose any muscle on a cut as well if you do that wrong. But then if you start straight up with a cut, you're not necessarily going forward. You're going to go backwards. You're going to have to lose body fat. You're going to have to get skinnier, weaker, potentially lose more muscle if you do things wrong. And that's why most men that are skinny fat end up getting stuck in what I like to call the bro cycle, jumping from cuts to bulks, gaining and losing the same 5 to 10 pounds either side. And I was speaking from experience. I spent several years stuck in that trap too. So how can we actually get out of this and fix that skinny fat physique? Now, at the start I said yes, you can lose body fat and gain muscle, but it's also kind of no. And that's because at the beginning you still get your newbie gains. If you're brand new to the gym or you haven't trained really hard consistently for over a year, you can still gain muscle being in a slight calorie deficit if you employ the right strategy. Whereas if you've been training for say 5, 6, 7, 8 years, then it's very unlikely that you'll gain muscle in a calorie deficit, in which case you probably just want to focus on getting rid of the body fat first and then reverse dieting to get towards a growing phase to add some size. So instead of jumping on a bulk, instead of jumping on a cut, what should you do to fix that skinny fat physique? So what I'm going to talk you through right now is a strategy that I've personally used one-to-one to help 188 skinny fat men lose body fat, gain muscle while still being in a slight calorie deficit. So without making this video longer and more complicated than it needs to be, let's just break this down into simple steps. We want to lose body fat, keep and potentially gain muscle, then reverse ourselves back up to maintenance so that we can go into a growing phase and gain muscle without the body fat. Now you might think that still sounds like a bulk and a cut, and to a degree it is, but if you think to yourself, what is a cut? You imagine cardio, salads, massive calorie deficit, fasting, people just drop the calories down and expect to lose body fat and not lose muscle and actually be able to sustain it without getting ill, which is just not realistic, nor is it very healthy or fun. And then when you think of a bulk, what do you think? You think eat big to get big, lift big, and then, big old power belly. If you Google bulking, you're going to see a bunch of pictures of pro bodybuilders with massive bellies and tubs of fried chicken. And that strategy isn't necessarily going to be best for you. So with that step one I mentioned, that's basically a recomposition. So to actually achieve this, we need to know exactly what our maintenance calories are. So take your current workout routine. It could be 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, whatever your workout routine is. Don't overcomplicate it. And then work out your maintenance calories with this workout routine. You can use an online calculator or you can use my free nutritional blueprint here, which you can download in the bio. Either way, you need to get a rough estimate of what your maintenance calories actually are, whilst including your current lifestyle and activity factors. So let's just keep it simple. For example, let's say it's 2,500. Once you've got that target, we want to take 500 off that target to create a 500 calorie deficit, which isn't a massive deficit overall. But this means that you're still in a slight deficit. And 7 days of the week, 500 times 7, that's 3,500. That's going to equate to 1 pound of body fat lost. But because those calories aren't majorly low, like 800 calories for the day, you're going to be able to sustain that target a lot longer than if someone just dropped their calories down to 800. Not only that, because you're still eating enough to function, you'll be able to perform in the gym, you'll be able to get stronger, you'll be able to recover more muscle tissue. And the bigger the calorie deficit does not mean the more fat loss. Yeah, the scales might come down, but you can still be losing muscle, you can be losing carbs, glycogen, water weight. The scale dropping doesn't always mean good things. That's why we want it to go down around half a pound to a pound per week. So we want to aim for that 500 calorie deficit to make sure we're losing a pound of fat per week, but also functioning and performing in the gym. Now, to make up those calories, we need to make sure the protein is significantly high, which the nutritional blueprint will show you how to work that out. But because your protein's high and your calories aren't massively low, if you're still new to the gym, you can still make some muscle gains. That's exactly how Reese was able to gain all that muscle in a deficit. We didn't do a growing phase, we didn't build up his calories. This was entirely in a small deficit because his nutrition was dialed in. He tracked it and made sure it was accurate. If something stops working, we would make a small adjustment. But then with his training, he focused on strength gains predominantly. And that's kind of the secret here. If you're hitting a slight deficit and you're pairing that with strength gains in the gym and your protein and sleep is adequately high enough, your body will still adapt and gain muscle whilst losing body fat. So you're kind of doing 2 birds, 1 stone here. That's how you fix skinny fat, with a recomposition by having a smaller deficit, high protein, and focusing on strength gains. Now look, I like to be very, very honest with this channel. That's the whole point of these videos. Eventually what you do will stop working. What got you here won't get you there. There is such thing as plateaus. There is such thing thing as metabolic adaptation and adaptation in the gym, which is why I encourage you to track everything you do. Track your food, your weigh-ins, your progress photos, your workouts, and make sure that those things are slowly progressing week on week. And if for some reason something stops working for a couple of weeks, you can adjust your food, you can increase the weight, you can change the workout routine, you can change how you go about it. You should be able to identify what issues you're facing. That's why once a week with my clients, I go through everything with them so they know what to change, and it's just simply getting on with it. And it's by tracking and reviewing these little bits that help you make the right decisions to move forward a lot faster, so you don't lose momentum, you don't hit a plateau, you don't lose motivation, and you don't fall off. That's how Matt was able to lose his belly in about 4 months throughout Christmas time, and how Matthew was able to lose his belly and get abs and push past the stubborn body fat in 14 weeks. So I'm not here to promise you a bunch of like 6-pack abs in 6 weeks, but if you do things right and things are logged and accurate and you adjust with them every time you hit a plateau, because some dudes hit a plateau in a couple of weeks, some people take 6 months to hit a plateau. Either way, once it stops working, you need to make adjustments. That's why it's not just, hey bro, give me a workout plan. It's how you do it and how you adjust it that actually matters. So let's say you've done this recomposition, you've lost body fat, you've gained some muscle, that might be it for you. But if you're still thinking, well actually, do you know what, I didn't gain as much muscle as I liked, I still want to fill out, I still want to do better, I still want to get bigger and stronger, this is when you think about doing a reverse diet. And this is where you reuse the nutritional blueprint that I've given you and you work out your maintenance now, because your maintenance calories will change. As you lose body fat, as you gain muscle, as you get stronger, as your weight changes, so does your maintenance calories. So you need to rework out what your maintenance calories are and then gradually build them back up to that number. This means that you have more energy, better recovery, but because you've gradually done it and you've increased your metabolic rate from your training, you won't gain any body fat. The scales will go up, but that is not fat gain. And then from this point, you would then work your way into a slight surplus. So you would add, say, 200, 300, maybe even 500 calories to your new maintenance that you're eating in a surplus. Now, what a lot of dudes wrong, which I've done a few times myself, is they think, right, I'm bulking, cool. Time to get the Chicago pizzas back out the freezer, get me a croissant, let's eat 4,000, 5,000, eat big to get big, right? You know, chocolate milk, all that kind of shit. And yeah, you'll hit your calorie surplus for sure, and you will gain weight, but the majority of it will be body fat, especially if your default starting point was skinny fat. So instead, if you're eating a small surplus, you're essentially lean bulking. Now, I used to think, oh, but if I eat more, I'll get bigger, right? But the reality is your body can only gain so much muscle, especially when you're natural. So a smaller surplus is definitely going to be favorable. This means that you can bulk for a lot longer, you avoid getting premature fat gains, and by the end of the bulk, you're still going to be leaner, so then the cutting phase is shorter, which means you can get right back to that lean growing phase and spend the majority of the year in a surplus if needed. This way, you're able to gain lean mass, save time, healthier in terms of cholesterol and calorie intake, and you're going to look better throughout the year anyway. Once you get lean, you're not going to want to piss it at the wall and get fat straight away. The leaner the bulk, the better. That's how I was able to fix my skinny fat physique, by gaining significant size, but also keeping it lean throughout the years, 100% natural, no gimmicks, no faff. But the bottom line is, if you're skinny fat and you want to lose body fat and gain muscle, start off with a recomposition, and then once you get lean enough, if you want more size, reverse diet and get onto a lean bulk. As long as you're tracking everything and adjusting it, it'll be a hell of a lot easier. You don't need any gimmicks, you don't need keto, you don't need carnivore, you don't need meal plans necessarily. As long as you're tracking your food and you're hitting your numbers, you're great. And I'll be honest with you, the reason these guys got these transformations, they did have the accountability, support, guidance, and tools that I gave them. So if that's something that you want to make sure you guarantee your transformation, or you just want a little bit of help to get it done once and for all and not waste time on guesswork and going backwards and forwards, there should be a link below where you can book a call to talk to me and see if I can help you out one-to-one, or you can even just drop me a message on Instagram at Elite Transformation Project. And if you want to know more about how you can fix the skinny fat physique and gain muscle naturally without any BS, watch this video over here, which whatever YouTube thinks is a good one for you. And I've got into this weird habit of finishing all my videos with a coffee, but I don't have one, so like and subscribe.